What is up, my beautiful D.D.D fam? It's your boy Brendan, aka Drip, back from a long hiatus with a new deck profile and depth discussion with my first thoughts on this deck. It took me a while to get my pre-orders in, but I finally got them in, so I finally got to put the version 1 of the deck together just to get my outlook on it and my thoughts and try to fit things in and out of my play style and stuff that I like. There's already several changes that I want to change, but I made a poll up on the channel and you all said you still wanted to see what I was rocking right now. So I shout outs to you guys for wanting to be able to see the process, because if you don't know, whenever I gravitate towards decks that I really enjoy and that I post a lot about, I typically make it like a progression series, if you so call it that, because whenever I make a tweaks to the deck, I always showcase it and then always make these videos where I can talk about it. But yeah, I've been gone from the game for like a month and a half, almost 2 months. The game's dead. I didn't really want to play until Snake Eyes was dead or these girls came out. So like, they came out first. So here we are. But I really like where the deck is, and we can talk more about it when we get there. Let's go ahead and go over some things. Starting out ratio wise, we got 3 of Stellar. She is the main like bread and butter. Let me zoom in a little bit. She is the bread and butter of the deck. She is your main starter. Another starter, we got 3 Alette, LZ, or however you want to pronounce her name. 2 Sylvie and 2 Racia. A lot of people like to cut these down to 1. I do not agree with that. This is your main starter. This gives you 5 normal summons. With any deck, when it comes to deck building, you want at least 5 to 6 normal summons. There's several occasions where I kind of want to bump Racia to 3, so because she can be a normal summon too. But on top of that, because one thing that this deck struggles with is seeing names. If you can't see names, then you can't really play. Definitely, if you don't see a Stellar, you really can't play. But it makes it hard to play if you don't see her. But if you see like spells and traps and you don't see no names, then you can't play. And like, it's just really unfortunate sometimes. But if you open 2 names, then you're really far ahead, if that makes sense. Because if one gets stopped, then you have another one basically. But this is mainly it for the ratios. I can't see myself changing it unless I'm bumping either Sylvie or Racia. And I would probably bump Racia more than I would Sylvie, because this can be an extender instead of a brick in hand if I draw too many normal summons. But only time will tell, and hopefully you all be hanging around and following this deck as we build it pretty much together. Moving on to the hand traps, which is a big meat of the engine, of the deck rather. 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, 3 Nib. Let me put that in frame. Sorry. And the best hand trap in the format, 3 Droll. This is the Droll is by far the best hand trap right now. It hits Fiendsmith pretty hard, definitely the Snake Eye version. So cuts them off, makes it really awkward for them to do their plays. Sometimes they can still play through it, but like this hits Rogue, it hits the Snake Eye deck very hard with definitely if they're running the Fiendsmith package like I mentioned. This is it for the monster version of the hand traps. This deck has a lot of room for utility in the form of like being able to play hand traps. The toy engine I played 3 Soldier. I just like seeing it because, like I said before, if you see like White Force names but you don't see any spells or traps, definitely good ones that you can send, then you're playing from behind, because this deck can easily lose the card advantage game because you have to sacrifice cards in theory in order to progress your game state. So like if you try to progress your game state by sending cards away and they stop that, it feels like you go -2 because you wasted a card and you lost one from hand. So like you want to be able to send good cards, and the toy engine fits perfectly. It's literally like peanut butter and jelly together. Pairing this with this, because when you send this from field, it can summon itself back from graveyard and then search something. If it's a special summon and you don't control Toy Box, which is the continuous spell, it searches Toy Box, but if you already have Toy Box on the field, it searches a level 4 light monster, which could be Sylvie or Racia. It's very nice. It's generic, very generic. That's why we like it. And then 1 toy tank This is what I was on. Toy Tank is really disgusting. Post turn 1, you don't really need Soldier that much unless you're grinding for a follow-up, like to search a Sylvie or something if they cracked your board. But being able to recycle Tank is absolutely disgusting because this is a Monster Reborn. It brings back your level 6 Synchros because it can tribute itself for cost to special summon a level 6 or lower from hand. But if you have Toy Box on the field, you can special summon one from Graveyard. So it allows you to bring back your Synchros, which is really nasty. And you can keep looping these with having Toy Box on the field once per turn. It's really, really nasty. This engine is by far better, in my personal opinion, than the Runic engine. The Runic engine's very good just because it's the Runic engine. But I really like the Toy Box that fits my playstyle more. And speaking of Toy Box, we got 3 Toy Box because you get access to this card, you're big chillin'. Because this deck dies to Droll. So this allowing you to play around Droll by just immediately setting him to the field, which is really nice from the graveyard or deck, is very, very good. And shout out to my boy Andrew for telling me that this actually has a battle phase effect that I never paid attention to. Because yesterday was what time I'm recording this, yesterday was the first time I touched this deck hands-on and being back in the game. So like I had to knock a lot of rust off. But this being able to protect any of your stuff once per turn, basically during the battle phase, is really nasty. This can also pop your spells or traps, up to 2 spells or traps per turn. And this is not it's not a hard once per turn. So like if you after you use its effect, you send it with like one of your White Force cards, you can add this back with D.D.D, activate it again, and do it again, or use its other effect. It's really, really gross. Moving on. One of the main things I don't agree with is my idea to run 3 of this. This is not a starter. Seeing this without a name is absolutely terrible, and it feels really freaking bad. I'm going to go ahead and tell you now, I'm going to be bumping this down to 2 because I don't like seeing this without a name, and I'm going to be running another consistency card, which you guys will see in 2.0. I just don't have the cards yet. I traded them away a long time ago, and I have to reorder them. But this will be going to 2 in my 2.0 list. Like, it's just terrible seeing it. It happened too many times last night where I saw this and no name, and the fact you have to control a spellcaster or an illusion monster to activate this card is really stupid. I think the game is too fast for that, and a lot of people are like, well, it's a way to balance the cards. I don't agree with that because I think the card is more than balanced without needing the restriction to control a spellcaster or an illusion to activate it. I don't know. But I don't agree with that, but that's why that card is going to go to 2 in my next list. And you have to play this card, in my personal opinion. If you're wanting this next card, if you want to play this deck to the competitive standpoint, definitely if you're taking it to an event. That is 3 Crossout. This deck dies to Droll. This deck dies to Nib. And a properly timed Ash can hurt you too. And you're running all of these. So this is just free. And in the mirror, it's just free too. Deck thins. It protects you. It insulates your plays. It just does so much. Yeah. Crossout's Crossout. And then to pair with Crossout is Called By. Shout outs to my buddy Miguel for letting me use his Crossouts because I don't own a playset yet. Because every time I got that card, I always got rid of because I never thought I'd play it, and sure enough, that's standard. That's pretty much how it goes. For the traps, 3 Imperm brings our entire hand trap lineup to 15, which is really nice to be able to pair it with a full engine. And then the last trap card is Woes, because this is how we make our Synchro on our opponent's turn to book them in their stuff, because we make the 10 on their turn as well with the Diabel. On the extra deck, I am proxying a card. Sorry, like I said, I just got back in this game. And I didn't invest in the game until very last minute. I got 1 SP Little Knight, 1 Masquerina, and 1 Silo Hat Rabbit. You'll see in the side deck while we play this. If you don't already know. If you know, you know. You probably already know. But yeah, we're running Silo Hat Rabbit. This card's very freaking good, definitely when you're going first. I run 1 Apple. The reason why I run Apple is because this is a Synchro-based deck. Synchro-based deck dies to what? You already know. Dimensional Barrier. But we can still spam names out and be able to make this if we get debarriered. On top of that, this is this gives us a different layer of interruption because you can make IP and spam your toy cards on your opponent's turn. Like if you, like I said, if you loop your toy box, you activate toy box, you loop toy box, and then you activate toy box again to reset your cards back from the graveyard. You can then use the, for an example, like you can use D.D.D to summon a tuner from deck by sending a toy box will summon back, you search, and then you can spam enough cards on the field to be able to make a 3 to 4 material Appaloosa, not including using your synchros for material. So you can make an Appaloosa on your opponent's turn through all the other interruptions. So you have 15 hand traps plus the ability to Book of Moon their stuff, make an Appaloosa for 3 or 4, and make a Chaos Angel on their turn is really, really overpowered. Then for the synchros, we got Zapper Shrimp. I was looking through like the info stuff just because, like I said, I haven't paid attention to the game in a long time. And this card is just literally, it's literally White Force Shrimp, White Force Zapper Shrimp. This card is really nasty. It's formula, but better. It doesn't miss timing, and it can pop a back row, and it can trigger your toy box cards. Nothing more needs to be said. It's a common too, which is crazy. It makes it easy accessible to everybody. Yeah, the card's nuts. Helps you. It's how you make this plus D.D.D. You summon this off D.D.D, and then you use D.D.D and this to synchro into Chaos Angel on your opponent's turn. And then one Rosella. You only need one because you recycle it. One Book of Moon Silvera, you recycle it. These buff effects are really nice too, and the double piercing. I mean, not double piercing, but the piercing is really nice too. Actually, it is double piercing. I'm sorry. Yeah, these cards are very good. Then we got, I ran one Coral Dragon. I never made it, but in theory, it's very good. You're playing into a board. It draws you a card and breaks a board at the same time. Standard. And then instead of Tri-Edge, I ran Charge Warrior. The reason why I ran Charge Warrior is because, one, I don't own a Tri-Edge. This is just here because it's I don't own Tri-Edge, and it's my 6 non-tuner. And it's a draw one just like Tri-Edge, but I will say, against one of my matchups last night, I was playing against Ritual Beast, how they keep spamming their crap back from the Banish Pile and Graveyard during like battle phase and stuff. This actually came up because you can be able to just attack everything once each that they keep summoning back, so you can just keep clearing their board when they keep summoning back. It's really nice too. That's why I ran for my non-tuner 6 monster. And then I ran one Armitara because this gets you reframing, so you don't lose the evenly matched. That's pretty much it. Plus this and one of your girls can make Chaos Angel. Then one Crystal Wing because we can hard make it. Yeah, Crystal Wings just negate, try to stop Nib. One Diabelle herself. This card is absolutely cracked. It can add back anything from the graveyard. It's just too freaking free. It's Halky Fibrax in a synchro because it can summon, it can tag out into a tuner synchro. It's really nasty. Then one Scarlight for time because I'm not losing to time. I'm just not. Scarlight, yeah. Then sorry, that was my son. He was asking me if I was making a video, and I said yeah. And then Proxing Chaos Angel because my buddy had to take his back. Chaos Angel, it's the only 10 that I ran. I was looking into the 10 lineup, and like I thought the only other one I thought about running was Satellite, but I didn't want to run it because all of my synchros I'm going to be shuffling back. So like the only thing, I mean, if you're really that desperate for a single pop, because Zapper Shrimp will be in there, probably, maybe if you're lucky, 2 will be in there with Zapper Shrimp and Diabelle. I don't know. I never found myself ever making a second 10, but that could very well change. Just with my playstyle, I never really made a second 10. I either utilized my links or went into utilize my 6s, but who knows? Only time will tell. Like I said, this is version 1, but I never found myself needing a second 10. But the only 10 I run is her, and then the last card is Zulkin because it helps you cheat out the Crystal Wing. On top of that, it's a free body that can help you link with because you can use this, bring out Crystal Wing, and then you can use this to link into something. I thought about playing Dark because this is a Dark, so like you can use this and another monster to make Dark Charmer. Dark Charmer brings something back, because against like the U-Bell deck, it's pretty nice because you can bring back like one of their 6s or their 4s and make a Chaos Angel with light and dark, because we can't really make her with light and dark with our main deck because we don't have any darks. So I thought about that, but like I thought that'd be just too much copium, because it would force me to get to Dark Charmer. I have to go out of my way to go to Zolkin, so I decided not to run that. But yeah, I'm happy with the extra deck to a degree. There's a couple of things I'm going to change, but like I said, that will be in 2.0. Here we go with the side deck. Side deck, I really liked it. There's only a couple cards I would change, and the only reason I don't run him now is because I couldn't find them since I've been gone for a month and a half. It's like all my cards just want to disappear. They just disintegrate. And they go to that guy's house in Halloween Town where everything gets lost. Shout outs to you if you're old enough to be a Halloween Town fan. Moving on, side deck, Bestials. The value in these cards has gone up tremendously. Definitely with the introduction of the Fiendsmith Engraver. This card being able to hit Engraver just feels really freaking good. It hits Engraver. It hits all of that, the Ritual deck stuff. Drytron's coming back. It can hit, oh my god, what the hell is that? Voiceless Voice, there we go. It's just very good. You're getting a lot of value off this card now. I can hit the IP against Snake Eye when they try to bring it back off of Flamberg. And I got 2 evenly matched. I would run 3, but I lost my other 2. I lost my third one. I also lost my 2 secret rares, which is really frustrating. I gotta find them somewhere over the rainbow. 3 Dark Ruler no more, because droplets, we don't have the ability to lose any more card advantage than we're already losing with our combo. So Dark Ruler is just better, which fortunately enough for us, we're in a format currently where we don't need an interruption like that, like in the form of droplets being a quick play, like in the middle of they play enough on our turn to where we need that. But yeah, Dark Ruler is just very mandatory right now against U-Bell and even Fire to an extent. 2 Pankratoss, because this card just does a lot right now. It clears Appaloosas that are not for 4. It forces out interruptions. Basically the OG Fenrir. It just forces out stuff and it trades 2 for 1. So then 1 Reframing for when I'm going first, and then 1 Angel Statue for when I'm going first. Solemn Judgment, basically, it's just really free, and an Omni Negate to stop the evenly matched or anything I don't want to deal with. And then the last 3 cards in the side deck is 3 Cosmic. The only thing that I would change in the side deck, generic-wise, to make it more generic, is I would literally trade out the 1 Pankratops for the 3rd evenly matched. I think that would be the perfect side deck, definitely, at least for now, because I think evenly the form of side deck, I think the most valued cards in the side are the evenly matched and the Cosmics. The Bestials, evenly matched, and Cosmics are the best cards, potentially even Dark Ruler, more so than Cosmics. So the Bestials, Evenlies, and Dark Rulers are the best cards. If you're coming from a severely competitive standpoint, like you're going to a big event where you know you're going to be playing against U-Bell, you know you're going to be playing against Snake Eyes, then evenly matched Dark Rulers and potentially Bestials are going to be the best cards and the most value in my personal opinion. But that's just me and my playstyle and what I think's good. Because like definitely like the board breaker form of evenly matched, there's no real Omni Negate right now, so nothing can really stop this. So like against Fire, for an example, you just get rid of all of their interruptions and force them to keep a Fire monster for their Princess and Graveyard to resolve. So like, and with the Snake Eye deck right now, the way it's built, if they run the Fiendsmith package, they don't have a way to kill, and they hardly have any follow-up. They hardly have anything left in their extra deck. So it forces them to try to... They like to try to kill you with big bodies, but if you're forcing them to banish all the big bodies, they can't kill you, really, unless they are just playing an awkward build, because with the Fiendsmith stuff, they have to cut the Zelantis package and all that line, so just to fit in like the Beatrice and stuff like that. So even if you can't kill them, obviously, because you're evenly in them, or put up a big board, you still oversimplify the game state and have a lot more cards in hand than they do, even if you didn't draw a very good amount of engine. Because even if you summon something, they pop it early, and they get follow-up, quote-unquote follow-up, with summoning back Snake Eye Ash and Poplar or whatever, they still don't really have nowhere to go because they have nothing really in their extra deck. So... And those cards are really small, so they have no real way. The only way they can even have a big monster at that point is if they have a witch, or yeah. Other than that, you're still going to win that game. But yeah, that's it for the main extra inside for version 1.0. I really like the deck. I scrubbed out at locals last night, and it wasn't for the fact that I didn't know what I was doing. I mean, that played a role because, like I said, it's my first time touching this. My computer's been down, so I haven't been able to test online. So I've just been using my brain and a couple of combo tutorials that I have to see from other content creators. And like I said, typically I don't really do that, but I really didn't want to be at a severe disadvantage, so I dipped my toe in a little bit. What else do I want to talk about? Oh yeah, the reason why I scrubbed out is because, I mean, playing against decks that play cards that just say you cannot play, and just, yeah. One round I got Shiftered and Protossed game 1. Shiftered and Protossed game 1. Then game 2, I got Shiftered and Protossed game 2. So I couldn't play. It's insane. It was against Ritual Beast. So that's how they were able to recycle stuff from their graveyard to be able to summon Protoss. And then another game, I got Super Poly'd twice, game 1, I believe. And then game 2, I got Impermed twice and Ash. So I got triple hand trapped, I believe, game 1 or 2, and then double Super Poly'd the other game. So I was like, all right, I just go X2, and I just left. I was like, whatever. It's just not my day. I go home and practice some more, and yeah. But even though it doesn't matter if I needed to practice or not, because I didn't get the chance to play. But that's just how it goes. That's how the dice roll sometimes, but literally because I lost die roll. But other than that, it was really fun. Being able to touch cardboard again. What else? But I think the deck is very freaking solid. I think once you get, it's like literally, it feels like I keep playing decks that are just like planes. Once you get off the ground and you start flying, you're good. You're big chilling. You're just, they can't slow you down. You just have to get off the ground. So moral of the story, you just have to get three girls on board with a synchro or whatever, and you're just fine. If they try to stop you after that, and whatever, they can't. But yeah, guys, sorry it's this little lengthy video. I haven't posted in like over a month, and I just wanted to be able to talk to you guys and give you my early thoughts and my early version 1 of 1.0 of this deck, and give you all of the ideas, get your juices rolling in your head where you can start cooking, take inspiration from my list or use my list or whatever, anything that I say, just to set you guys up for success. Because if you remember the channel and you've been around for a while, you know that's all I really want to do. That's why I make content. I want to set you all up for success with the knowledge that I have learned or I have figured out in my time of playing the deck or whatever. So, but either way, guys, I love you all so much. It's your boy Brendan, A.K. Drip from D.D.D. Sign out till next time. Peace. Good dueling, my guys.